I am Wacera Kabinyu, the Managing Director at Rock Electronic Waste Solutions Limited, an e-waste company based in Machakos, Kenya. Our work starts with collection of electronic waste from businesses, corporates, households, and institutions. And for each item that we collect, we start by testing and sorting to determine what can still be reused and what has reached its end of life. For what can be reused, through repair or refurbishment, we are able to reintroduce it back to the market, selling to underserved communities, giving them access to electronic devices. And for what has reached end of life, we will dismantle into fractions that are sold locally or internationally to licensed upcyclers. Electronic waste is one of the fastest growing waste stream globally. With increased demand for electronics, both for entertainment, education, and what many people see as a problem is actually an opportunity, because through proper disposal, we're not only conserving our environment and human health, but creating socio-economic impact to the communities. One of the greatest challenges I would highlight would be limited awareness. Many people do not know why they should. From your homes or your corporates, you're still selling your electronics to the informal sector or throwing them in your garbage bags, not truly understanding the ramifications of improper disposal of waste. Another challenge has been changes in the regulatory framework, focusing on the changes on Basel Convention on transboundary movement of goods. It's good that governments now want to know how the source or how end-of-life management of resources is happening, but this has led to increased compliance and documentation process affecting businesses, especially those that are doing export. How we keep abreast to all this is engaging stakeholders, regulatories, partners, and the community just to be on the forefront of change happening. One of the mindset shifts that young entrepreneurs should focus on is move from building short-term profit businesses to businesses that are solutions and long-term. Another would be understanding the value of compliance and regulation. There are many unique ideas formed every day, but the lack of adaptability to regulation or market or customer needs has led to their death. Also, it's important to have patience and resilience because you require that. Through this program, I've come to understand the value of African-built businesses, because we have very many environmental problems, but we don't see them as problems. They're actually opportunities. And the proximity to these problems or things that need solution gives you unique insight and opportunity as an entrepreneur. Two, confidence in telling our stories. When you look at the global space, when you're talking about circular economy, climate impact, the perspective of Africans too is of importance or required. The program also gave us exposure to investors, other founders, and through peer-to-peer, you not only get a mind shift when it comes to business, but other ecosystems. Fundraising is not a one-stop process. It requires time, preparation, relationships, and that the investors or partners are not looking necessarily just at the idea itself, but also the team behind the idea, whether the idea is scalable, profitable, sustainable. One of the shifts will be the increased focus on circular economy on a global level. Many people or institutions want to understand resource management, not just waste disposal. Increased awareness or focus on repair and refurbishment. It is one of the underexploited billion-dollar industry, especially for a continent like Africa, where we have increased demand, yet poverty still makes some of these gadgets not easily available to people.